thanks for joining my YouTube channel, Sponge and Stamp with Tina. I'm Tina Carini and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today I have the most cutest little box, it's going to be a treat box, to share with you guys. That I was inspired by the pink buckaroo, and it is going to be a cake pop treat box. So I've never tried them before, and I didn't realize that Starbucks even sold them, because I'm not a Starbucks girl, I'm a Dunkin' Donuts girl. But anyway, I heard that they were delicious, and obviously they are very popular because there were no more Christmas ones. So I had to get the birthday cake one, and that is okay because we're going to design the box to be birthday and not Christmas. But we have a daughter who has a birthday coming up, so it's going to be perfect. And I am going to make the box using the gift bag punch board that normally you'd make gift bags with them, but we're going to make the box. And I'm going to show you how. So let's go ahead and get started here. I've got a piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock that's cut at 8.5 by 4 3/4. And what we're going to do is score along the top. So you want to make sure that your paper is pushed up as far as it will go. And we're just going to score, whoops, all the way across the top here. Wow, it's sliding on me. Okay, so do that. And we've got it across the top. So now we're going to do it on the bottom. We're going to do the same thing. Just score it, making sure that it is nice and tight in there. Just like so. So now we've got the score on the top and the bottom. So now we're going to bring it back in the same way with the 8.5 inch side on the top. We're going to line it up with the little arrow tick here. And also another way to know that you have it in the right spot is it says the start line, and it's got a line that goes all the way up. So we're lining it up with that. Now normally when we're making a gift bag, we would score at the small, medium, or large mark. But for this particular little box, whoops, well, I don't even know where that just flew to. There it is. Normally, okay, so we're not going to score at those because we're going to make the little box. So I'm going to score at the side mark right here. I'm just throwing things around tonight. Okay, so now, whoops, bring this back, line that up. There's our score. And we're going to punch. Now we're going to move it over and to the score line where the arrow meets the score line right here. Back to the sideline to score and punch. And we're going to do that all the way across. So the score line lined up and then the side mark score and punch. And one more score line here and 2 more punches. So we're going to line it up, the arrow with the score line here, and punch. And then we're going to bring it over to the bottom side and we're going to do the same thing, except for we don't have to score because we've already done that. So we're going to line up the arrow with the score line and punch and do the same thing all the way across. And I might have to move my paper because sometimes it gets thick underneath there. Okay, so when we come to the end, we're going to line it up, the end of it right with the arrow and the line. Oh, it slid on me. And there we go. So we've got that done, and we don't need the punch board, so we're going to move that out of the way. And our little scraps, we're going to move those out of the way. And then we're going to bring in some paper snips. And I'm just going to trim this little bit that's right here and right there. And then we're going to come over and we're going to make a tab on this side. Just like that. Okay, so now we're going to fold on our score lines. This is really simple and pretty quick to make. And when you guys see it all finished, it is so adorable. Okay. Now that those are all folded, okay, so I am going to fold this over to here and then pop this like that, and that's the beginning of our box. But I wanted to make sure that I know where the front of my box is going to be. So this raw edge here, I want it to go in the back. So that's the back side of our box, and this is going to be the front side. So we're going to bring in our Big Shot, because this is going to create a window on there using our stitched shaped framelits, and we're using the circles. These are the two smallest ones. I'm going to use the smallest one first to cut out our window, and I'm just going to eyeball it to where it's center, and then we'll lay our top plate on here and crank this right on through. And there is our window. So we're going to put this aside, and we are going to bring in some sparkle glimmer paper, and I'm using the second to the smallest to cut that out with. Put our frame, not our frame, but our cutting plate to make our sandwich. And there we go. And now what I'm going to do is bring in the littlest one again, and I'm just going to center this on here the best that I can, eyeballing it. Okay. Put our plate back on top. Crank that through. Sometimes I feel like I get a lot of exercises cranking that through like that. Okay, so now we have our little window frame that's going to go on there like so. We're going to move the Big Shot out of the way and bring this back over. So I have a piece of window sheet right here, and you can find the window sheets in the annual catalog. They are where the glimmer paper is and the foil sheets and all that stuff. That's where you can find them. Okay, so we are going to just attach that on there, and I think I'm just going to do it with some glue dots. So I'm just going to take some glue dots here. Maybe I will. There we go. Like so, and like so, and like so. I think I want one right there. Oops. Like that, and one more. Well, that one didn't stick. There we go. Fold that down. All right, so I am just going to line this in here and stick that down just like that. And then we're going to flip this around, and I'm going to use a little bit of my green glue to glue our frame around here. Don't really want it to ooze out and get on our window sheet. So we're going to press that down. And then there's our frame. And now I'm going to use a little bit of green glue here. You can use tear and tape, or if you have any fast fuse, you can use that. But you need to use a really strong adhesive because you don't want your box to fall apart and your beautiful cake pop to fall out. Okay. So there we go. There's that part. Now what I'm going to do is these are going to get folded down in like so, and they're going to get glued. So I'm going to put a little bit right here and fold that down. Just kind of give it a little hold just for a second or two, maybe. And then I'm going to put a little bit on this one. Fold that down. And I went the wrong way, but that's okay because I wanted all my tabs to go the other way, but this is the bottom of our box, so it is going to work. And I'm going to carefully lay that down, and then I'm going to take my bone folder and kind of go inside and just kind of rub it to get it to stick and adhere nice. And there we go. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is this tab right here. We're going to take a pencil and kind of just eyeball right about there. It's kind of centered. And then we're going to bring in our punch here. This is an 1/8 inch punch. And I'm just going to line that up right there and just punch a hole right there. Then we're going to bring it in this tab here and bring down this one, kind of making sure that our box is pretty square when we do this. And then kind of pencil that and bring in the hand punch again and punch that like that. And then our next tab, whoops, would be this one. Do the same thing all the way around. I'm used to using my body to hold things, and if I do that, then I'm gonna come out of the camera view. Okay. See if I can just kind of hold that. Well, there we go. I got a little mark there. Okay, and then we're just going to punch that, and then we're going to bring our top in here. I hope this is all going to line up right. Bring the top in, bring that one in there. I'm sorry if I keep going out of the camera. That is a real struggle for me. Okay, let's see here. And just like so. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to cut a little slit right up to the hole. Like that. And then we're going to bring our cake pop in here. And it is going to go right in there like that. And then we're going to bring this in here just like that. And that one, it should just slide right around in there. And it should hold our cake pop right into place. So I didn't do that great of a job lining up those holes, but that is all right because our ribbon will cover most of that, and you guys kind of get the idea here on how to do it. So there we go. So now what we're going to do is attach this ribbon, and let me show you how I made that real fast. I've got this ribbon right here, and this ribbon is from the Tea Room Suite, or Time for Tea Suite. And all I did was I took it, and I'm using these two fingers, and I give myself a little tail here, And then I just wrap it around 3 times is all I did. 1, well, maybe 2, 1, 2, 3, and then around that way. And then we're just gonna snip this. And then I just slide it right through here. Slide it right through there. And then grab it and pull it around. And pull this one up like that. And then just tie it into a knot. And then that makes your ribbon. Except for the ribbon's not wanting to cooperate with me. Of course not, because we're filming, so nothing wants to work when you film, right? Okay, there you go. So that's how you do that. Then you can straighten it out. Make it bigger if you want. And tighten that down. Whoops. But anyway, you guys get the gist of it. So that's how you do that. And then I'm going to take a glue dot. Right over here are my glue dots. I need to get rid of this extra paper. Take a glue dot right there. And just kind of put that right there. Okay, just like so. And now we're going to do some stamping. Oops. Some stamping. And we're going to stamp the little blow thing. And I'm using Coastal Cabana. I know that my cardstock is Bermuda Bay, but I didn't want it to be completely tone on tone. So I really thought that the Coastal Cabana looked really cute. So that's what we're using. And I'm going to stamp that down. And then I've got my little blow thingy-jiggy here. I don't know what you really call them, but they're the blow horns. And I am going to line this up and stamp that down. We've got that. And now I want my sentiment. And I am going to do my sentiment in Flirty Flamingo as well. And I am going to just put that right down here at the bottom. Just like that. Close this up. And then I'm going to just trim this off right here. I don't normally cut straight, but I'm going to just do this. Use your trimmer. Don't do what I do because it's always crooked. And then I fussy cut this out, but so you guys didn't have to sit there and watch me fussy cut. I've already done it. Yeah, I can see. I didn't cut this straight. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. And that is just going to slide right up there. And I'm going to adhere that down with a little glue. Right about there. Fix our bow up. Like so. Trim this up. Whoops, these are not my ribbon scissors. Like so. And then this piece here, we are going to just put right across the bottom, just like so, on there. Okay, so I don't know if I want to do it with a glue dot or if I actually want to pop it up. I think we're going to try to pop it up. Hopefully I have enough room there. And I'm going to do it on that end. I know for sure that will work. And I don't think there's quite, yeah, we can squeeze that in there. We'll just have to play around with it a little bit, but it will work. So I've got a piece I think that's already cut in half. I'm just using mini dimensionals here. And I'm going to put it on this end right here. If I can get my fingers to cooperate. There we go. And do just like so. And bring that right like that. Actually, I think I want it to go at an angle. Just like so. Isn't that cute? And it just holds your cake pop in there. You can see it in the window. It's right there. And it's happy birthday. That's on there. Oh, I glued that down crooked, but it's okay. But isn't that sweet and cute? Okay, so that's how you do that using the gift bag punch board and the stick-shaped framelits. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and go out to Starbucks and get some of those cake pops and make some of these and give them out. They make great teacher gifts and party favors and or just a gift just for a little friend or even a coworker, and you can just leave it on their desk for them. So anyway, and also if you're looking for a demonstrator and you don't already have one, I would absolutely love to be your demonstrator. And if you need or would like to have an annual catalog, please message me and I will be sure to get one out to you. And thank you so much again. Bye.